All right, folks, week 7 got kicked off last night with the Broncos absolutely housing the Saints. A pitiful performance by the Saints last night, and a lot of big games coming up on Sunday. And some of the games that might be the best of the entire season coming up this week. So a lot of great football this weekend. We got Texas, Georgia on Sunday. Then we got the Chiefs, Niners, Lions, Vikings on Sunday. And it's going to be a great weekend of footballs. But there's 3 games in particular that I really want to watch this week. Number 1, the Lions, Vikings. This game could go a long ways towards deciding the NFC North. And for how great of a start the Vikings have had this year, being 5-0, they could be in second place after Sunday if they don't play well. Now, Aiden Hutchinson is an enormous loss for the Vikings. He led the league in a lot of most of the pass rushing stats, so we'll see how they fare without him. But right now, I think the Lions have the most creative offense in the NFL, so we'll see what happens there. Chiefs 49ers. This one is in San Francisco. Going to be an enormous game. I think these two teams are the best team in the NFC, the best team in the AFC, possible Super Bowl preview. So it'll be a really great game. And then we got the Texans at the Packers. I think the Texans have played as well as any team in the AFC, but Green Bay is a really tough place to play. Jordan Love is playing well. They've got a lot of great wide receivers, and so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But let's get to my picks. So number 1, I'm going to take the Colts -3 at home versus the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are absolutely terrible. They should have lost that game versus the Patriots last week. Without Tua, this Dolphins team is really floundering. They are terrible at the quarterback position. A lot of them seem to have given up. They've had some big injuries on defense. And I'm going to take the Colts -3. One thing that concerns me is I would feel a lot better about this -3 if I knew for sure Joe Flacco was starting. I wouldn't feel as good about it if Anthony Richardson is starting, but I'm going to take the Colts -3. So trivia question, right now, which quarterback in the NFL has the most consecutive games with over 2 touchdown passes? The answer is Joe Flacco. I think he's been really good this season. I thought he was really good last year to end the season. And I'm going to take the Colts -3 without knowing who the starting quarterback is. Number 2, I'm going to take the Lions +1.5 at Minnesota. Enormous divisional game. This could go a long ways to seeing who wins the division. I would feel a lot better if Aiden Hutchinson was playing, but he is not. He was their best defensive player and possibly a top 3 defensive player in the entire league. But right now, I love what they're doing on offense. They have so much creativity on offense, a lot of misdirection, and what they did versus the Cowboys last week was really impressive. So I'm going to take the Lions +1.5 on the road. Number 3, I'm going to take the 49ers -1.5 in San Francisco. And this comes down to 2 things. Number 1, I think these 2 teams are very evenly matched, but this is in San Francisco. So I think the 49ers get a little bit of an advantage there. Number 2, I just think this game means a lot more to the 49ers. If you look at the Chiefs right now, they're sitting really good in their division. They have a full 2.5 game lead right now in the division. Their first place for the 1 seed in the AFC, whereas if the 49ers right now tied for first in their division, and they've got a long ways to secure that first round bye. The Chiefs beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I think this game just means a lot more to the 49ers, and I could see the 49ers winning by 3 to 7 points. Number 4, I'm going to take the Giants +3 at home versus the Eagles. And this one might sound a little bit surprising here, but right now I do not like what the Eagles are doing at all. I don't like their coaching. Sirianni is barking at fans last week after they beat a terrible Browns team. Jalen Hurts has not played well at all. Their defense is absolutely terrible. And on the flip side of things, Danny Dimes has actually not been awful this year. He has been pretty competent at quarterback for 4 of their 6 games. They have a very good defense. They lead the league in havoc plays right now in the NFL. What are havoc plays? That's interceptions, forced incompletions, fumbles, tackles for losses, and sacks. So they've been playing really good on defense. Danny Dimes has not been terrible. I'm going to take the Giants +3 at home versus the Eagles. And then my last one, I'm going to take the Texans +3 at Green Bay. And I think this is going to be a very close game. I think the Texans are overall a better team than the Packers. I like their defense better. I like them better at quarterback right now with C.J. Stroud. I give him a slight advantage versus Jordan Love. But this game is in Green Bay, so I think that narrows the advantage a little bit. But I'm going to take the Texans and the points +3. So that's who I have this week. Would love to hear your thoughts, and we'll talk to everyone Sunday night.